6:47, time for the morning rush. We are now learning more about the moments that police say that a man wearing body armor opened fire on law enforcement officers in Roswell. This began on August the 28th with a call to dispatch from a woman reporting that her boyfriend was drunk, armed, and threatening suicide. Police say 29-year-old Dakota Perkins opened fire on officers as soon as they arrived, triggering the shootout. 2 officers were hurt before Perkins came outside and was arrested. Santa Fe police, they have arrested a man in connection to a homicide investigation. Detectives began investigating a suspicious death around 1 yesterday afternoon. It's after officers found a man dead inside of a home on Lopez Street. Officers then later found a car connected to that investigation. The driver, Abel Maez, he was arrested and is facing charges for aggravated fleeing as well as resisting, evading, or obstructing an officer. Albuquerque police are releasing some more details in a deadly crash over the weekend. The rollover happened around 4:15 yesterday afternoon. That was on I-25 near the Montano exits. Investigators say that the car was heading southbound when it veered across traffic, went airborne, and then crashed into the dirt by the on-ramp. The passenger was killed in the crash while the driver was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Ryan.
Cool mornings are ahead and 41 degrees right now in Red River, and September 7th, that was yesterday, that marks around the time frame where we have our average first freeze in Red River. That's one of the earliest in New Mexico, and a few areas have been getting very close to the freezing mark as of the past few weeks. Our record earliest 32-degree day morning, or even colder, was on August 2nd, 1915. Now, we're going to be seeing more thunderstorms later in the week and eventually cooler weather.
Santa Fe River levels, they are surging after weeks of heavy rain, rather. The river flow rate is currently 31 cubic feet per second, which is up 15 times higher than the normal flow. Now, along with the high flow of the release rate, one of the 2 reservoirs upstream is now under construction and cannot hold the rainfall. The other one is 90% full, causing more water to run through the Santa Fe River. A local organization is now continuing their work that is to end the stigma surrounding suicide and mental health awareness. Breaking the Silence NM is a nonprofit promoting mental health advocacy for teens and young adults. Now, they are funded in part by the state health departments and events like this weekend's Serve It Up for Life tennis tournament, which is honoring a suicide victim. Happening today, Bernalillo County is now encouraging people, organizations, businesses, and schools to join the nationwide 988 Day of Action. The day highlights the lifeline that 988 phone service provides. Now, you can take part by sharing information with your colleagues and peers. You can also access the toolkit through our website. That's at krqe.com. Ryan.
A few thunderstorms will form for today, mostly in the mountains and even parts of south central New Mexico into the far northeast highlands. Now, tomorrow will be stormier for the mountains and nearby areas, including parts of the Rio Grande Valley. And nearly statewide chances of rainfall late this week will cool things off eventually.
Well, imagine being able to cut the grass without ever lifting a finger or leaving your couch. Well, one county in northern New Mexico is now testing out some cutting-edge technology that allows them to do just that. The city of Los Alamos says that robotic battery-operated lawnmowers make the process of maintaining county lands more efficient. The 13 robot mowers, they cost about $90,000 for the county. School of Rock is celebrating its 10-year anniversary here in Albuquerque. The school focuses on teaching students all aspects of music, from writing to performing and everything in between. Well, to mark the anniversary, students took the stage for parents, teachers, and the community, showcasing their talents and progress. Ryan.
And taking a look at traffic, maps are pretty clear out there. No major accidents nor slowdowns. Taking a look at the Big Eye this morning, traffic is picking up a little bit. Some minor slowdowns, but traffic is still mostly moving along just fine. And we'll have more updates later today.
While some don't cry over spilled milk, Oliver Strumfeld does not cry over spilled beer. Yesterday, one tumbling mug spilling beer all over himself and the ground. It stopped Oliver's attempt at breaking a world record. His attempt even drew crowds at the fair in southern German town of Avensburg. Out of the 31 mugs, only 17 made it to the table and were still fit for consumption. That is a lot less, though, than his last record.
6:54 right now. It's time for the 5 facts. And at number 5, a longtime photojournalist is now showcasing his work at the Los Lunas Museum of Heritage and Art. For more than 40 years, Rick Kozak has traveled the world Covering politics, sports, wars, earning countless awards along the way, he says his passion began as a child after discovering a red light bulb in his father's military trunks. Kozak, a 5-time winner of the White House News Photographers Association's Pictures of the Year Award, says he'll never stop taking photos even in retirement.
At number 4, one county in northern New Mexico is now testing out some cutting-edge technology that will allow them to cut the grass without ever lifting a finger. It's a new robotic pilot program that's by the Community Services Department in Los Alamos. They say that robotic battery-operated lawnmowers, they make the process of maintaining the county's lands more efficient. The 13 robot mowers, they cost about $90,000 for the county. The county will also conduct their study on the efficiency of the mowers over the next 5 years.
And at number 3, more chances of rainfall later this week. Now, fewer storms in the short term, mostly in the mountains and nearby areas to south central New Mexico, even potentially in the far northeast highlands. Now, tomorrow, we will be seeing more storms not only in the mountains, but in west central and eastern areas. Statewide chances of rain Thursday and Friday.
At number 2, Santa Fe River levels, they are surging after weeks of heavy rain. The river flow rate is currently 31 cubic feet per second, which is up to 15 times higher than its normal flow. Well, along with the high flow and its more normal than its release rate, one of the 2 reservoirs upstream is now under construction and cannot hold the rainfall. Although there's not a current flood risk from the river itself overflowing, city streets are not designed for the increase of rain and they are dumping into the river. Now, city officials are warning people to stay out of the Santa Fe River. And at number 1, we are now learning more about the moments that police say that a man wearing body armor opened fire and injured 2 law enforcement officers in Roswell. This began with a call to dispatch just after 12:30 a.m. on August the 28th. Police say that 29-year-old Dakota Perkins opened fire on the officers as soon as they arrived, triggering the shootout. A woman reported her boyfriend was drunk, armed, and threatening suicide. This was at a home near Orchard and 6th Street. Police then reported Perkins was armed with multiple guns. 2 officers were hurt before Perkins came outside and was arrested. On Wednesday, a judge decided that he needed to stay behind bars until trial.